Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F4 division. We're here, it's the final race of the week at round number 5 around the United Arab Emirates, also known as the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. It's been a hectic load of races this week, and this should be probably more of the same. Bit of a lower number than usual, 14 tonight, but that's still perfectly fine. We're still going to see a very 14. Misses out 4. Read it from the top. Read it from the top. You'll see what's wrong. Read the numbers from the top and then go down. Misses out number 3. There you go. It's 14. Also, I was going to introduce you, and now you jumped in, unless you haven't included your audio. So you haven't included your audio. So I was basically, it sounded as if I hadn't been speaking to just myself.
You was talking to yourself, in other words.
Okay.
All by yourself.
Anyway, I'll do what I was going to do. I'm RSF1 Rubens, and I am joined by one tribe.
Hello.
So, hello. People recognise your voice. You have a very, very strong Welsh accent. So
thanks.
It's very recognisable.
As my phone drops.
Anyway, thank you very much for stepping in. Just so people are aware, I've now moved back to Thursdays. Yeah, it's hard to keep up. Yeah, basically, Unity Hush is dropping now to backup. He unfortunately has some college issues that he wants to deal with. That is perfectly fine with us. The life always comes first before league racing in any regard. So he's taking a backup role in co-coms or commentating. Chris is now going to Thursdays. I'll be back streaming Thursdays. So the commentator's curse of F4 is now back in full swing. Tribal here has just taken my spot in F2. So, congratulations, Tribal. Anyway, thank you for stepping in, Tribal. What are we expecting this week? It's been a hectic week, hasn't it? So,
especially
more the same.
My race.
And mine. I didn't go far, really, did I? So
T1 out.
Outside of turn 1, hit the AstroTurf, boop, into a wall. I'm on 0 points after 5 rounds.
Well done.
So this is fun.
The ham's about to start a lap.
Yes. So in terms of action and chaos, I guess, even with 14, this might be an interesting one.
It may not be.
Have you been watching F4 lately? Obviously, I know you're stepping in kind of short notice here, but okay then. So I need to give you a rundown of who's who, basically, and what to expect.
I mean, I know some of the faces.
Yeah. So there's a lot of familiar names. So let me get up to these standings, and I'll give you a basic sort of rundown because I haven't even seen.
I know Aston Martin are in the lead. Because of me.
Oh yeah, because this is where you used to be.
Yeah.
And then you got moved up to F3, which was deserving, by the way. Because you're perfectly fine in F3. But yeah, it's Kachow's kind of took your spot in Aston Martin. Not here tonight for the time being. But yeah, still going strong, I believe. But if I run down the championship table, basically for yourself and everyone watching, we have, after his win in USA last time out, is RSF1 Millsy, who conveniently tops the session at the moment. He is 1 point ahead of RSF1 Lincoln in the Mercedes. 47 place, 46. Bit of a gap to then third place, Track 2 Pines, who's now obviously full-time in Mercedes.
Dead.
Button, your former teammate, is a point behind and 27.
Enough.
Old Mansy's next on 24 with a Model 1 23. Pierre is now full-time Red Bull, is on 22, same points as LA16 Ham, also on 22. Next is Fish Dixon Ferrari, 20. Cecil Clock, 17, with Kachow on 12. Tedist on 10. Iceboy Fox on 8, with Desbro on 8. Double on 6. Sauce on 2, and the rest have yet to score. That includes Cornet, DPS, Brave Container, and Rogue. Let's hope they can get off the mark early.
And linking up to F3
early.
with 136.2.
Yeah, I was going to say early doors. Thank goodness Sauce has retired in the pits. I was going to say, no one should crash it at this point, really, should they? 14 of them, everyone's going through.
Ciderin said, curse Lincoln and Sauce.
Oh, he wants me to curse Lincoln and Sauce?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Sauce is now
There's
not
no point
on...
I was going to say, it's no point doing it now, because... Well, they shouldn't crash, should they? They should really not be over-pushing it.
No.
Just get a few laps under your belt. Is what you would do, wouldn't you? If there's, like, less than 16.
Yeah. I would just retire.
Right, so anything good? Why do you think this track is caused such hectic races like this week? I mean,
maybe because the new handling line, maybe. Yeah,
I mean, it is a track to be respected. There are a fair few curbs around here, isn't there? That can just spin off your car. I mean, turn 2 and 3 for 1.
Yeah,
I had like a dozen cars go off there.
I did that in qualifying last night.
I didn't do that in qualifying. I did that in the race. I saw someone else do it, and then decided, oh, that looks like fun. Did it myself.
Followed suit, like.
Yeah. I think I followed Breezy around and just saw him just spin out in front of him. I was like, oh, and then didn't watch where I was going.
I'm gonna spin as well.
Is he? Yeah, it seems to be you don't touch the right-hand curb as you go up over the hill.
No.
It seems to be the thing.
Yeah. Or if we do, prepare to spin. Be prepared to spinala. Oh, and Pioneer spinala.
I've just noticed something, by the way.
What's that?
Is it meant to be like? I'm trying to find the right words here. Is it meant to be sunny, or is that classed as sunset?
I don't know.
I mean, I can't remember what Q1 was meant to be like. I like Q2. It gets like darker, doesn't it? And then Q3 is.
Pits. Oh, he's safe.
Yeah.
Everyone's safe.
I'm basically trying to figure out whether they got it actually on
official.
Yeah, or not.
I mean, I think
I'm pretty sure they have.
It should be if it's on official, then the races should be dark.
Well, it should be getting dark by Q2, basically.
Yeah.
It's almost too bright. Anyway. That's on that button. And what do you think about Button? Because obviously he was your former teammate, as I mentioned. He's been in the points in every race, but he's yet to visit the podium. I feel like he has potential and pace to get the podium, but seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, or these aren't his favourite tracks, or...
Yeah, I think when I was certainly in F4, obviously he was complaining about it, but I think he was making... I don't know if he had... I think like he was making little mistakes during there. I think that's what has caused him not to... It's caused him to unfortunately not be able to stand on that podium.
Okay. Do you think it's a matter of time, though?
If he I don't know if he puts practice in. I don't know, but if he does, maybe he can get a podium tonight. Maybe.
Mm. Yeah, from obviously last week's winner USA, Millsy was very surprised to win the race. He did kind of go about his thing really, and again it was a race that a lot happened. Where you had, I think it was Kachow was actually comfortable most of the race towards the latter stages. It just spun off on the last corner, and Millsy was just there because he'd timed his strategy perfectly, but it doesn't really come as a surprise. He is the consistent one, Millsy. He always hangs around, gets the points across a whole season and even across a whole race. He can just be there and keeps his head as Double goes right over that orange curb and validates his lap that he was on.
Fisher's about putting in a time 1:36.5.
Nice. Manzi up there in 36.8. Manzi's coming good in this as well, because Manzi actually got on the podium last time out in USA. His first podium in quite a while, actually. I think a couple of seasons. Seems to me he's one of those that has favoured the new handling model tribal, because in terms of the pecking order of F4, he's leapt up.
Turns out Fish Sticks is going again. He did a purple sector 1.
Yeah, Fish Sticks I think is another one, because the last two races a 5th and a 6th, so he's starting to get some results together.
He hit the curb on the exit and even validated.
Yeah.
His car went airborne.
Let me just get stream up.
Oh, I've been pinged somewhere, I don't know where.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, for some. Oh, and then it works. Then it works. I'm being impatient. Which has taken a long time to load for me tonight, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Right, so there it is. What have you thought of the random calendar so far, Tribal?
I've been enjoying it, but I've been hating it at the same time. Because sometimes you know what track you're going to be on, sometimes you don't.
Right, it's good to have like something different, isn't it? Because so many just like go normal calendar or ones with a few differences. We've gone, right, let's just completely randomize it.
Yeah, and I can't wait for next season as well, because obviously we are going to be following the official calendar. And I said especially with Portugal being added in, and I said
Portimao, yeah,
and Imola is hopefully coming in either next month. So by the time the season starts, we should have the new tracks. So I think it's going to be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, because our next season, which, as you mentioned, is the full 23 race calendar.
Yep.
I think it's 23. Is it 23? Yeah, it's 23. Because we took off. Was it 24? Because we've got 18 this one, haven't we?
Well, 21 maybe, because we took 3 off.
Took 3 off, and then we're adding 3 because of Portimao, Imola, and Jeddah.
Oh, 23 then, yeah.
24. 24.
Yeah.
Took off. We got 18 this season, right? And we took off 3, which was Italy, Netherlands, and Monaco, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that makes 21 if you add them on. 19, 20, 21. Yeah. And then you add Portimao, Imola, Jeddah. It's 24. It's a 24 race season.
Fair enough.
All of a sudden, when you say that, you think, Jesus, that's a long season.
Well, but then it flies by.
Yeah. To be fair, have you tried Portimao yet?
Yeah, I have. I tried it when it first came out.
What's your thoughts? Early thoughts?
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a fast track.
Tough to overtake on, I reckon. Especially at turn 1.
Maybe.
I know what I'm waiting for.
Turn 3 up the hill.
The first race, or whatever division that will be. I'd hope F1 probably. Hope it doesn't change too much. Like what days we're on, but I can imagine like first race, off the grid, down the hill, turn 1. What on earth is that going to be like?
Yeah.
Because It doesn't look pretty much. And and the first run down to Imola when we get there as well, because I think that's when would Imola be? Because I know Portimao's round 2 and Jeddah's near the end, but where is Imola?
Jeddah, what was that one?
Saudi Arabia. They go there in real life in November.
Oh yeah.
Which is yeah, because I think it's.
What about Gallo? Name?
Magella's not.
Name?
Magella's not going in it.
Aren't they?
No, not in real life either. They didn't do it this season. They did it last season because of the whole.
Oh, he was last season. Yeah,
pandemic, and he went to it. Yeah. Anyway, we're rambling. Minute and a half you have to go. Double did a very good lap in the 36s as well, and he's headed in that he should retire.
Yeah, and people are
he does.
People complaining about him doing laps. He was getting used to track, guys. Maybe he hasn't done any practice.
Yeah. Get his iron back again.
There's no iron team.
Ah, yes.
But everyone's successfully gone through.
Nobody crashed.
No.
That's the positive
Just
away
yet.
from Q1. But I have to say, you can tell the ones that are holding back. Yeah, Millsy, Button, Immortal and Source. I mean, especially Source. 7 seconds off the pace, mate.
No way.
Put your foot down and... But you're... Oh, wait. Is he on a wheel or on a pad, do you know?
I don't know.
Oh, well, if you're using a wheel, put your foot on the throttle a little bit more. If you're using a pad, use your
fingers more.
Press the right trigger. Hold it down. Hold it down a bit more. And then Source comes in. I'm surprised anyone beat my lap. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, Q2.
Yep.
Here we go. Strategy, Mr. Tribal. As we've done our race before, which was yesterday.
Yep.
Well, I didn't follow through my strategy, did I? So it didn't get long
no,
enough.
But...
I've always been led to believe that you need to be, and I'll be watching these races as well this week, you need to be on the softs at the end of the race. Because softs, ideally fresh softs, if you can save a set through qualifying, are ridiculous at the end of the race, aren't they? So... But what do you do? Because we've had early safety cars as well.
Yeah.
Because I and ahed a lot when we started Q2. It took me a while to go out because I was like... Because if you start on softs and there's an early safety car, you could then go double medium potentially to the end. But if you start on mediums, you'd then have to pit twice. Or... You know what I mean? It's complicated things, doesn't it?
Why did soft, medium, soft? And I was okay. But I think maybe medium, soft, soft, maybe.
By the way, chat, is it still bright to you? Is it meant to be getting darker? Because it's still... It's the same as Q1.
Yes. So in
Japan, I'm sure it shouldn't be
that bright. So basically the sun's gleaming off the car as well.
Has someone messed up with the settings? Do we have to restart again? Is it a big deal? I mean, is it? Actually, it is a big deal, isn't it? Because we are meant to have like a day-night race. But
yeah. I mean, who is the lobby host? Source, innit?
I don't know who it is now.
It was Source when I was there. I don't know if that's...
Can you check up on your Discord?
Not anymore. Oh yeah, can you? Paddock, sorry, yeah, sorry. Yeah, let me bear with me guys, let me have a look.
Oh, it's too bright for Q2.
Yeah, it is.
Positive. The track temps are wrong for that day.
Yeah, lobby host is Source and the backup is Millsy.
Source. You had one. Well, you had multiple jobs. You also had to focus on your own race, but you had one job. Sorted out. We're too embedded in qualifying now for a restart.
Rocketing into Motorsport said check settings, but we're not the host.
Oh, no, you can.
Yeah.
You can. Can check settings.
I'll have a look
sorry
now.
for anyone.
What would it be under? Oh, weather and time of day.
Oh,
Yeah.
sauce.
Random.
Why did you put it on random?
Saucy boy.
Now I need to check whether there's anything else he's got wrong. I'm pretty sure he's got everything else right.
Yeah.
Fails equal car performance, that's good. Wrong, qualifying. It's a good thing we can actually check this.
Yeah.
Rules and flags strict. Path firming on. Safety car reduced. Formation lamp is on. I think it's the only.
Yeah.
It's the weather, or the start time.
Yeah. Yeah, Mills, you're racing. Yeah. I mean, is there any other admins in here that not a racer? Maybe you can. Well, Millsy must be. Maybe Millsy can get a hold of source. Maybe.
Millsy's part of the admin.
Yeah.
He's part of the admin, but he's focused on his own
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I mean.
But I would say we're too embedded in qualifying now to restart now.
I mean, I'd say
as
do
annoying as it
Q3
is.
and then maybe restart.
Yeah. Get qualifying done. Get the grid sorted. However frustrating it is.
Yeah.
Then do a restart. That's my call. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Because I mean we're a good 25 minutes behind.
Milty just at me saying it's a night race. Yeah, but it's on Milty is on random, so we don't know if it is going to be a night race.
Yeah. Yeah, session start time is random, so...
Yeah, we could fall lucky and it could be night. But then we can also
I guess we
fall
could
unlucky.
always wait. I guess we could always wait and see. And if it's in the day, then obviously we restart. And if it's not, then oh, it's fine. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Palace Dude says it has a moon for the race on weather, so
Party and invite
so it
only.
is a night race then.
We
That's fine.
We put the party and invite only. I'd 10 off from Chris.
Oh, a telling off.
Yes.
Sorry, boss.
Yep. Sorry, Chris.
Right. Let's focus on the times. Let's focus on the times. La 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 la.
Saul said, "What's wrong with the settings?" Because it was the same as last week.
You have it on random. You have it on session start time random. It's meant to be realistic, isn't it? Not? Is it not?
I think official. I think it's under
Realistic or official, whatever the word they're using this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the issue, and that's why it's been set today.
And that's
This
why it's
part.
so bright.
I thought there was something weird. I thought there was. Anyway, let's focus on the times, Mr. Tribal, because we are 8.5 minutes left. Currently, Desbro is fastest on a 36.6 on mediums.
Ooh.
Please tell me that's softs.
No.
That seems too quick for a medium lap.
Best. No, mediums.
Hmm.
Oh, Lincoln.
Oh, Lincoln. 3 times quick. Lincoln is quick around here. He is on it.
Lincoln for F3. Yeah, Muddy just said
Oh,
it should be official. Yeah, Muddy,
So,
what we're thinking of doing is we're going to finish qualifying and we're going to restart, I'd say. If everyone's alright with that.
That should be dust or sunny. Are you okay, Muddy Biscuit, with finish quali and restart if it's not dark? Because again, it could be dark by the time we get to race.
Well, I'd say restart just to be on the safe side. Maybe.
Hmm?
I say just restart it, just on the safe side, maybe. So if it's on random, it may go dark, and then we go bloody. It might change for the race.
Yeah, Muddy said that's good.
Yeah,
Muddy
right.
said that's
No
good.
problem.
So we'll check if it's same as like what we have here, then we'll restart. Because obviously it's meant to be a dusk to night. That's the whole thing about it.
Yeah, it should be quite a lot darker, especially Q2 and Q3. And it'd be pitch black then.
Remember this happened before as well.
But they saying it happened in
When was
USA.
last season?
People saying that it happened in USA as well.
Well, no, that was that was no big deal because that's during the day anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But this is because it's meant to be night race,
Yeah.
and or day to night or sunset to night, whatever it is.
So also, can we not just race since everyone will get soft tires? It shouldn't matter that much, surely. I mean, it does. I see you coming from the source, but it does matter.
It does. You think it's annoying? It is annoying, but at least we're getting it now. So at least we don't get it next week with Singapore, because that's a night race. We can't run that
night
today.
everything. That's night qualifying and night race.
I know. Yeah. Fish sticks on sauce at a 37.1. I don't think that's going to be quick enough on fish sticks. 6 minutes to go. We've got
that
Pierre, Millsy, and Button.
So there might be night when we start the race. Yeah, we don't know. But I mean,
yeah, that's why we're waiting.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna wait. If it's like this, then we're gonna have to restart, unfortunately.
At least we've got it. As I said, at least we've got it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, in future shows, if you're listening or hearing, it's got to be on either realistic or official, whatever they're calling it, this game, because it was official last game, but I think they've changed it. And you've got it on random, which
it's random.
Well, the name's the same as everything, is, but it's on random. Right, Millsy heading through turn 1, bit of a wobble, of course. He's on the medium tyres.
Yeah.
So obviously not going to get the ultimate grip. And then into the chicane. He was safely through turn 2 and 3. Second gear through the hairpin. Of course, the thing they're going to get with this is the sun glare tribal, which is annoying sometimes.
Yeah. There's bro with 1.661 softs though.
Although I'm thinking if you go on softs, you have to be in the 35s. Wasn't Lincoln in the 35s? He top Q1, yeah. It's saying a mood for the entire race. Do you mean a mood, right?
Yeah, I think on the thing it's in the car thing.
Oh no, in the Twitch chat still says it's a mood.
Oh.
M-O-O-D. Yeah, you see? Interesting lap for Millsy so far. I think I remember him saying last week, actually, he doesn't really like this track at all, so... And... Yeah, the car just doesn't seem to want to bite.
No.
Like it's... Like he's turning and he's not... Oh...
It's a bit wide there.
And as soon as you... Yeah, as soon as you touch that orange curve, it would have been a 38.2, which... would have been right on the bubble, the top 10, so...
Yeah.
Slightly struggling, last week's race winner.
Next across the line is going to be Scotsman. He's 400 tenths up his previous time.
So 4 tenths, that make it slightly easy,
Yeah.
slightly safer. Validated. The Scotsman's in the Alfa Romeo, so he... Alfa Tauri,
Des was on another lap. Oh no, he's not. Right.
Is he in place of Ted? And Ted is in here. Was Ted is Scotsman actually replaced Tedist? I should know this again. I need to get myself back into
P9
F4. Nice mediums as well. Oh, who's that that's jumped up?
I think it was
Double.
Double, yeah.
Double on a 36.9 on mediums as well. Double's getting back into it. Because if you remember the races. Oh, Ted is reserve. Thank you, Murray.
Yeah.
I will be clued in by next week.
Yeah, Palace said fish sticks time is on mediums, not softs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, Double's had some pretty...
So is Lincoln then on softs? Maybe if it's showing... Mediums for Lincoln.
No, Lincoln's got pretty decent pace.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if that is mediums, what he's done. Hines, his teammate, has gone slower than him, but apparently on softs.
Scotsman's across the line again. He's 700 tenths up as well again. He's making time.
Very good tyres in the pits.
I would say
But
Mortal's
Ferrari's
safe.
looking handy.
Maybe Mortal's not safe. Don't know.
No, I don't think he is. Especially if, say, Scotsman finds improvement, and he
P3.
does, yeah, third. So that pushes Immortal to 9th. Yeah, I think Immortal's in trouble. I think
Yeah, because you got Pierre now
either
coming
that or
coming
it's
across. No, he's not. He's like near the 40s. He's going to pit.
tactical for Immortal. He wants to start on those mediums potentially, or fresh tyres.
Pierre's going to start on the lap. His teammates will pit. Yep. Source now is on an out lap. Then we've got Button on an out lap as well on the softs.
Thought Tiff was cutting corners to get back, but I don't think he is going to get back anyway.
30 seconds left to go.
Hmm.
You got, I think,
That makes a cross. I need to keep an eye on Tiff actually, because he's got 23 seconds and he's got. Nah, I don't think he's going to make it. Manzi's in. Manzi's out.
Who we keep an eye on? Oh, Laham.
LA16 Ham. He's
Oh,
also
he's gone
he
wide
should,
as well.
should be called Tiff, by the way.
Tiff, yeah. Called Laham.
He's not making it, is
Nah,
he?
he's not.
No.
Nah, he's pit him.
Tiff is out. Actually, Mortal might be.
I don't know,
Mortal
because
might get it lucky.
no Pierre and Button. Button's on soft at the moment.
Pierre's down after the middle sector.
Yep.
Millsy's out. Millsy's in the pits. So it's down to Pierre and Button.
Yep.
Pierre on mediums, Button on his only
Yep,
lap
Pierre's
on softs.
down by 0.078. I think, yeah,
The Mortal might
Pierre.
scrape through.
I think he may.
Source is safe, double is safe.
Oh,
Everyone else above is
Pierre.
safe. Pierre. Oh, that's it. He's done. He's oh, and then he hits a bit wall, but he's out.
Yeah.
So Immortal safe is down to Button against Millsy.
Yep.
Say if Button keeps this lap valid, I'm sure this should be going through.
Should be, especially on softs. Keeps nice and clean.
Easy.
Yeah, fit. Oh, they are. Fifth lane P3.
36.5. Millsy
Yep.
out. Last week's race winner. Although to be fair, Tribal, he won the race from 12th, and this time he's starting 11th. So don't count out Millsy at all.
No.
Desbro, fastest on sauce, but Lincoln again showing the pace. Fastest by half a second according to this.
Yeah, Mills
On
tight attempts are going to be a bit thing for this time of day. Rocket
Yep,
into
Millsy out.
Rocket into Motorsport said Immortal for pole.
You know that's musical rocket, right?
Bizarre. Fair enough.
Yeah. LA16 Ham in 12th, Manzi 13th, and Pierre in 14th.
Yep. Our people those are being eliminated from Q2. You'll find now out the battle for P1.
Mm.
Millsy said his tyres were 97 degrees halfway around the lap. My out lap, sorry.
So they got hotter or they got cooler? I guess hotter considering it's sunny.
Yeah, it's quite still quite bright.
Yeah.
It's not going dark.
Who's your money
anytime
for-
soon.
Who's your money for pole, Tribal? I mean, a betting guy would say Lincoln, to be honest,
Yeah.
considering the advantage he's got, but he's got to hook it up though.
Yep. I think that's
And
where
is he going to handle that?
I think that's where Lincoln maybe makes his mistakes.
here's a commentator's curse for someone, not meaning it to be, but we have mentioned this week, me, Cornish, Source, Immortal, that we practiced together. We have mentioned a couple of times to Lincoln that he is yet to win his first RSF1 race. So maybe he has taken those words to heart. Potentially.
Hmm.
And if that's not a commentator's curse, I don't know what is. Again, not meaning to be. He's probably going to do it now. If he ends up like not winning or whatever, he's just going to blame me entirely.
It's going to be the first person. Yeah,
he's eager, isn't he?
So they want to admit they want to try and get 2 wins in. You want to try and get 2 wins in? Yeah, I sneezed.
That's what that was. I thought it was. I was like, huh? Right, on board with Source. Do you want to take us through a lap?
Okay. Very close to the wall there. And the final corner was keeping nice and clean. Up the gears. Just be careful on your exits. Keep tight to that corner. Watch out for the curb. It doesn't spin you. Or maybe a little too much curve there. Don't want to touch that curve, otherwise it will spin out. Slam on the brakes. Maybe a bit too much curb there on both entry and exit. Round the hairpin, maybe 3rd gear. Yep. On the main straight, DRS wide open. Slam on the brakes now. Must be very careful of the curves on the entry and exit. Keeps it lovely and clean.
It's a solid lap so far.
Yeah, well, he flicked his DRS open and on and off there. Slam the brakes, want to be careful of that curb. But 3rd gear, yeah. Right, left. All the way to the right as much as possible. Elevation on some camber. Slam the brakes. Feather the car through here. Make you it's the second to last corner. Penultimate corner. Need to be careful using the bad on the last corner. 1:35.7.
Nice. That is a lap and a half, Source. That was beautiful. I mean, I think
Fish
that's going to stand up pretty well,
with a 1:36.4. Maybe I think he's going again as well. Esbro now going to cross the line. Oh, there's a bit of wobble here.
What was Lincoln's in Q1? Was that mid 35s, wasn't it?
Esbro 1:37.4. Lincoln's about to cross the track now. Ooh. Ooh, 1:35.6. He did get wobbly on the exit as well, so he can definitely make time there.
What's that? That's 3100s.
Yep.
Had to ruin it, Lincoln, didn't you? After, oh my god, there's a spinning AlphaTauri round. That was actually Source ahead. Was it Source ahead of him? No, it was Scotsman ahead of him.
Now going to cross the line.
Massive tank stopper for Scotsman, just ahead of Lincoln.
Pines going to set a 1:35.7.
54.
1:54.7.
54.7, you mean?
Yeah.
Is it 35?
Oh. So he was getting used to the same 30. Swatch
Immortal's already done the lap. Already did a lap, messed up somewhere, I think.
Yeah, I think
that did. Second one.
Scotsman's also just come out the pits as well.
Oh, fish sticks!
Oh.
Oh, lucky boy.
Oh, no front wing. I mean, most people going back to the pits anyway, maybe.
He is... I'm amazed that's still going. Big off just past the hotel.
Let's watch back on the stream.
Smacked into the wall really hard.
Oh yeah, didn't he? Whoa! How did he not lose a front?
Yeah. Yeah.
And oh, did he reach at the track as well?
No. Just happened to spin round in the right direction.
Yeah, the game.
Oh, Scotsman nearly did the same thing.
The game was like, oh, I'll spin you like the right way.
Scotsman's back in.
Yeah.
We'll jump on board. It's Rogue and Immortal left to go. I think Rogue's ahead.
Yeah.
Barker's joined. He'll race on the back.
Rogue now going
Rogue
across
has
the
been
line.
looking pretty good as well.
Ooh, look
Oi.
at squirrely there. 136.2. What can Immortal do?
That's a 30.
We've got a spin of Desbro. He's fine. No damage.
36.4 from Immortal. Just had a fish sticks to go 5th.
136.6 for Pines.
There's a
Scotsman's
35 in Rogue, I reckon.
Yeah, Scotsman still needs to set a lap.
Ooh, so we have a prospect currently of a Lincoln Sauce front row. That is a tasty front row. Clark has decided not to join us.
I do believe two. They are both in a party, I believe.
They would be. Good friends they are.
Yes, they are. Immortal, Sultan Lincoln, and Rogue are in the same party.
Here's another one. Rogue is yet to score this season.
Yeah.
4 races, no points.
Clark
Currently
is now
3rd at the
joined.
moment. Currently 3rd at the moment. Rogue is, well, already this is Rogue's best qualifying. So,
Clark has just
looking
joined
good.
the lobby.
Also got their Button up there in 4th. Nice to see.
Yep.
Nice to see Williams up there in 5th as well.
Yep. Fortunately, it's not like real life.
I feel like Double's got a bit more in him as well, considering what he showed in Q1 and 2. What can Scotsman do as well? This keeps making me think, because it's daytime at Abu Dhabi, it makes me think we're racing F2. You know, like the Formula 2 cars.
Yeah.
Because they run it during the day, don't they?
Yeah.
At least one of their races.
So we're going to come in now and get fresh softs. Fish Sticks is the first person. We first person set a lap on the. He's on out lap, but he's going to start a time lap now on fresh softs.
I have thought about this. You know, like every season, whenever we go to Monaco, we always say, "Oh, shall we have a night race there?"
Yeah.
Why don't races that are nighttime we have during the day? Like, bring Bahrain back to the day.
I don't know. Clark is talking in game chat for some reason.
What he wants to do.
Fair enough. Maybe he's going to try and distract the drivers.
Right, so Fish Sticks, and you've got Desbro and Scotsman on outlaps at the moment. The rest are waiting patiently. With them heading out now. I think that's Source ahead of Rogue, ahead of Lincoln by the looks of it.
Fish Sticks can be first person to start a lap. Sat lap, sorry.
Here we go. It's a 10th down middle sector. Oh,
maybe he can make
widen the
time
exit
up.
the triple chicane.
Maybe he thinks he can make time
a bit
up
of
somewhere else.
Yeah, and a bit of a wobble coming over the curves as well. Thing is, all he needs to do is find a couple of attempts and he's challenging the top 2.
Yep.
Or at least getting into 3rd. Got time to go again. He feels like he can get more.
No.
And yeah, 2 attempts down.
I think he's going again as well. Next person to cross the line.
He would do.
Scotsman's on a lap as well. Oh, he slides a bit though.
Just had a Mercedes that's on the back straight.
Des will just start a lap.
Oh. Nice and safe through the triple chicane goes Scotsman. A little bit over the curb again. You don't want to hit those curbs too much. Right, we'll keep on board with Scotsman, and I'm going to jump to one of the.
Button, though.
Oh, Button's going to be in the way. Button's going to be in the way because Button's starting his lap, but he doesn't want to get out of the way of Scotsman. So that was a bit. If Scotsman's just going to get away with it, it's a 37-0, but he's got to back off because Button's just started his lap.
Yeah.
So
he's not though.
No, because they've just started. That's not a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Right,
was sector 1 for Button.
Right, so Source is ahead of Lincoln on the track, so we'll keep an eye on Source. Battle for pole position. Fishtix goes third. Does nick in the 35s. Not challenging these two though.
Scotsman's not keeping off the back. Is not backing off on Button.
Source is 800 up. That'll be enough for
Checker
pole.
flag is now out. Checker flag is out.
Lincoln behind is a 10th up, so Lincoln's going slightly quicker. Source is going quick enough to beat Lincoln's time, but Lincoln's going even faster. Desbro to 4th. Splits the Ferraris.
Oh, Scotsman nearly was around there.
Double's going to be next.
Oh,
Double to
Pines
6th.
is hit the wall. No front wing.
Uh-oh. Can Source take provisional pole?
Yeah,
he does.
at the moment.
Only just beats Lincoln, who's a 10th up.
Pines has no front wing.
Can Lincoln take it back? I think he is.
Ooh.
Oh, only just. 35.5. Button 35.6.
Yep.
Oh! Misses out in the front row, but not even a lot.
And what was validated, so as it's qualifying over. Pines has got no front wing. No, you've got Desbro.
Wow.
Not Desbro's thing. Yeah, I think qualifying done, I think. Yep.
So Lincoln on pole position, and what a battle tribal between him and Source.
Yep.
To and fro. And Button getting in there so nearly.
Especially with the distraction of Scotsman on the back as well.
Yeah. Fishtix in 4th. Desbro splits the Ferraris with Rogan 6th.
For Fishtix now to retire in the pits as he's got low fuel. Just enter the pits
Double
now.
Immortal. Jesus. Double Immortal, Pines, and Scotsman that rounds up the top 10, but wow.
So wait for Fishtix and Rogue to retire, and then we all get the race underway.
That was great, that was.
Yep.
So what Source had it, then Lincoln took it by less than a tenth. Source then beat Lincoln by a tenth, and Lincoln took it back by less than a tenth.
Yeah.
all three of them, all three AIs on the track are... Oh no, it's Scotsman in between it. I was going to say... All three AIs are battling there, I thought it was. I forgot to take the screenshot, but I think we got the others. I got the top 10 anyway, just in case we need a restart.
Yeah.
So we're on agreement. If we transition to the race and it's bright sunshine, then we are restarting.
Yep.
If it's fine, then we're not.
I don't think
What's it going to be? Put your bets in
Do
the
you see you got a
chats.
picture of the top 10?
I've got the picture of the top 10. I forgot to take it in Q2.
Yeah,
but
same.
let's hope. Fingers crossed. We don't need to. The weather won't be raining because the weather was put on dynamic. It's whether it's
buddy thing.
It's fine, isn't it?
It's dark.
I think it's fine.
Chris said restart.
Wait, is it? I don't know. I
Yeah,
think it...
Double said sun is up at the end of the race.
There is one, isn't it?
Yeah, Double said sun is up at the end of the race. Yeah, I'd say restart to be safe. If they're saying if they're saying sun is up at the end of the race, then I'd say call restart.
So what? It's
It should be like this,
so
but then
morning...
the sun is gonna come up.
It only gets brighter.
Yeah. Yeah. Rocket says so. It's only going to get brighter.
Muddy in.
Yeah.
Muddy as you're in the chat.
Yeah, we're calling a restart.
No. Tribal.
Oh.
No. Muddy's in the chat. Muddy, can you make the final call on this? Sorry to put it on you, but
Settings is at random, but people are saying that it's morning at the moment, so obviously the sun is going to come up.
It's basically a morning to... It's
like 5 a.m. to like 8 o'clock in the morning.
5 a.m. in the morning, yes. Yeah, and then it's going to get bright by the end of the... It's the other way around, isn't it?
Next, Chris saying it's morning, mate, not night. And we'll start the formation lap. Yeah, I mean...
This way I can take a screenshot of...
If it's morning,
then restart.
Then restart.
Yeah. Restart then.
Yeah, you can see some of the horizon. Yeah.
Right. Can you go to Race Director and take a screenshot of the bottom 6 in this case? Well, it was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
And tyres. We need tyres as well. So restart it is. Restart is called. Please tell your fellow drivers. And we got a stall.
Let me get that.
Well, at least I know what to do.
14. And the 15. Yep, I got them. Right, where should I send it to? In the race director, is it?
Trying to think who... Oh yeah, Source will be lobby host, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Director to Source.
Well, was there only 14? Yeah. Thing just put in comms chat Q2. Muddy has. Muddy's put in comms chat the Q2 tyres.
Yeah, so as long as you got that, it's
yeah,
fine.
you got that. Right, so I send that to Source.
Yeah, it's in the grid to Source.
Yep, no problem.
Wait.
So
Portimao. We know Portimao by now. I don't even know why I'm doing this. But, stalling.
Right, yeah, everyone's leaving now. I just sent it off to Source. Source, check your inbox.
We get to watch the Mighty Ruben. Yeah, you get to watch my horrible pad movements. Is what you get to see.
Your horrible pad movements, what's he on about?
Is there... Not a restart. Is there a... I'll go for Cornish's. Cornish's setup. Better keep assist soft.
Well, why are you doing time trial?
Why not? Stalling.
Stalling?
Could you... Yeah, just stalling.
Yeah, I've sent to Source. Oh, that Source got a lobby up, I think.
Can you mention him to send us a restart when they're pretty much near ready?
Okay.
Oh, where'd the... Oh, what's this star off? Oh, this will be fun. Oh! Right, no. Where is the...
What did you do? Let's watch it. Oh, yeah.
Brake assist. Who did these? Is this Rocket that did this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what am I...
You just spun.
Not brake assist. Okay, hang on. There we go. Now I can do it.
You have the Q3 grid. You have it,
Why
don't you?
would we need Q... Oh yeah, I have done. Well, no, he doesn't need Q3
No,
grid
it's,
if you got the whole. If you got the
yeah,
whole
you got
thing.
Q2 we got from P1 all the way to P14.
But you took a thing of race director, right?
Yeah. Send them both soon.
Why is the ghosting? Oh, honestly, no, I'm done. I'm done. Not doing this. This is a mess. This is a mess. We'll stall by talking.
Yeah, well, I hate the way that they have
driving.
the MFD.
Oh, that was me doing that because I thought to be clever to try and
Why?
do it.
Just why?
Well, because what I thought it was my driver was brilliant entertainment apparently. Are you in the lobby yet, or
No,
they're still saying it?
I don't at me when it's all restarted, but it isn't yet.
Okay. Yeah, what am I saying? I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Have to show him for a bit. Want to see me drive the roller coaster? So, why does people keep me drive? Source, would you please set up the lobby? Can I don't want to embarrass myself again. Fine. Go back on it. Chat has spoken.
What on about roller coaster section?
Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it. I thought you raced. I thought you drove Portimao.
Yeah, I have.
I thought you've seen this. So you know what you means. It's basically a giant roller coaster.
Oh, I spun in Portman.
Oh, you're trying it as well.
Yeah, I spun it. I did it with full traction, but I'm doing it with medium traction. It's kind of different. Yes, I used to run full traction in F4.
Mm. Payment coast off. Off. There we go. I can try this properly. Yeah, what I was saying about Portimao. So going to be round 2 of the season, which will be interesting. We have an estimated start time. Really shouldn't take longer than 5 minutes, Tiff. Really shouldn't. They're just organising the grid and so on. So just wait for the lobby invite. They won't go without you, so don't you worry.
No.
I'm still not used to this track at all. But yeah, what I was saying down to turn 1. It's a decent run down to turn 1, but it's the fact that it's not really a braking zone, is it? You only brake a little bit. Yeah, it's an experience to drive this track. Obviously, you can see the undulating corners, all the camber. I've still got a braking assist off, by the way, or ABS off, actually. Oh, have you seen the pit lane exit as well?
No.
So if you watch the stream for a little bit, might want to refresh it because it's sometimes gets delayed a little bit. If I show you where the pit exit comes out, You see right there, right on the apex of turn 1. You'll see it when you
Yeah,
get to the stream.
you're just going through stuff in straight now, you.
Jeez, it's bind. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Don't like that corner. Yeah, you see? So you got shot straight out into the apex of turn 1. Oh, sorry, medium traction rocket.
Oh.
I don't want to be spinning every corner.
No.
Soul
said it's ready.
So
Soul said it's ready.
Yay.
So I don't have to embarrass myself anymore.
Don't embarrass myself anymore. But yeah, that pit lane exit's going to be fun. I haven't tried it in Grand Prix mode. I need to, because it looks ridiculous.
Do you want to invite to?
Yes, please.
Don't let me invite you yet.
Broke has invited me anyway.
Oh no, please. So make sure the settings are right first. Weather and time and day. Realistic they are updates. And source we need to put on clear because it was dry, or whatever it was on.
It's going to be dry. Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's going to be dry anyway, surely.
Shit, because it's fucking it's a bloody desert.
Oh, actually, no. Can you imagine if we didn't?
Oh, he's on clear. Happy days.
Yeah. Can you imagine actually if we stuck with dynamic and we got to the race? Oh, it's chucking it down.
Yeah.
Restart. It would have been interesting this week if we had like a full wet Abu Dhabi, or even raining a little bit. Is the weather?
But it's
thing
not
right?
expected though, is it? Because it's a desert.
Yes. Yes, Source, the weather is right. But for future, it needs to be obviously dynamic and realistic. Obviously, don't save it now, because then you'll be stuck on clear all the time.
Yeah, we have clear races all the time.
Yeah, and don't want that, do we?
No, we want an eventful.
Evening BF1 Racer. Apparently he's just watched the esports version of Hamilton Rosberg 2016 Austria. Oof. Wait, so esports, so that's... Oh god, yeah, that's going to go down well. Twitcher World Hunter, quality already done. Yes, we just had to do a little quick restart because settings trouble.
Yep.
But we are...
Good one to it now. Is Soul's going to ready up straight away then, or? You should. Oh no, you gotta wait for
we're going now.
setups.
We're going now. Yeah, you don't you dare ready up anybody.
Yeah.
That's my teammate. Oh, I just realised who Palace Dude was. I should have realised. It's Eagle. My F3 teammate. Wait, in my defence, that's not the correct camera angle. Yeah, not my correct camera angle. That was ABS off, which I don't run. I run ABS on, because I'm like that. Go on. Set your pitchforks to light, I don't care. And I still am not with... Yeah, whatever. Just undid myself. Oh.
No, right.
So... Yeah,
why does that look so... Why does that look so...
It's fine.
Bright?
Fine. We know it's fine. We saw it, right? It's realistic. It's fine. But we're not, no?
It looks so bright.
What are you saying it's too bright now? No, it's fine. Apparently, BF1 Racer says Yana Opmir just threw his headset and went storming to his teammates, swearing at him.
Oh, someone's readied up.
Oh, for jeez. And I can't see who it is.
Same.
So someone's going to have to. People don't learn, do they? They need to. Right, anyway. We are going to be set to the go. We've got to push it to one side. Oh, apparently he did.
Oh.
Oh, Scotsman's left the session. Can you chuck him an invite? I'm through the grid. Alright, so in 15th place is Cecil Clark in the Alpine, starting on the mediums. 2 drivers starting on the hards. We've got Pierre in 14th, Old Manzi in 13th. That's a bit of a gamble. There, LA16 Ham is 12th on the sauce, going aggressive. Interesting. Millsy in 11th, obviously started in this position, or well, one above where he started last week, and last week he won. So let's see what he can do from 11th. Scotsman is 10th in the Alpha Tauri. He is back, which is good. And Pines is in 9th place. 8th is Immortal in the lone Williams. No, second of the Williams. Sorry, I thought it was the lone Williams for a second. Double in 7th in the Red Bull. We have a Ferrari doing a Kimi, by the looks of it. I think that's Fish Sticks, who's... Everybody else is weaving their tyres, and he's like, nah, not going to do that. Rogue in 6th. Desbro in 5th in the Alfa Romeo. 4th is Fish Sticks. In the second of Ferraris. 3rd is Button, and then we have the top 2 who fought so brilliantly for pole position in that Q3. RSF1 Source in P2. RSF1 Lincoln on the pole.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
From the mediums.
Chris, everyone's on the red tyres, I just checked.
Yeah. Apart from those outside the top 10, obviously they have free choice.
Yeah, which is this, it's all the same. Yeah, Chris, everyone's on the same tyres. Top 10 are.
Thank goodness.
Otherwise,
yeah, Matt is saying in the chat, hards, really?
Yeah.
That's a huge gamble, isn't it? Because
I've heard
so many people have said to me, do not touch them.
Oh, Pierre's been disqualified. With Cesar Clark.
They touched each other. So.
Oh.
So, my guess is, from Button, he'd want to get the lead as soon as possible.
Yeah. If he wants to take the top first, second quite quickly.
Well, Source at least. I mean, he is on the outside though, which could be problematic. But if he can get a better start than the 2 ahead of them,
he should have it.
It'll be interesting. All right, 28 laps for F4. We had a slight technical stuff on the restart, but we are here ready to go for the final race around Abu Dhabi. We are set.
Lights?
Oh, this is where the lights don't work.
Lights question mark.
Oh no. We haven't had this all game.
Oh no.
Oh dear. We haven't had this all game, and now this is not a thing. This was a thing on the last game. It's not a thing now.
Not by particular strategies. Oh no.
Notice Pierre, Millsy and Immortal are a lap down on the time.
Yeah,
honestly.
same.
Why?
Someone said it's Scotsman.
Oh, because he did leave halfway through formation lap, didn't he?
I did send them an invite.
He did join.
And I still haven't controlled his car yet.
Do they wait? Does it wait until he has to take control of it? He's got to leave again, my guess.
Yeah. Source gone in the AI.
Right. Muddy saying call it quick if needed. Right, if we're not going in the next minute,
yep,
we're gonna have to call another one. We haven't had 2 restarts in one evening.
Nope. Now we have.
Interesting. I haven't yet. Still got 40 seconds. I'm counting it. I mean, yeah, again, this was the thing on the last game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where we got stuck waiting for the lights. Oh boy. Right. 10 seconds. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Yep.
Game
Res-
crash.
Right, we just got to join in. My fault.
Yeah.
We love technology. Thank you for those that are sticking around for this, but we are persevering. Now, the race has started, so we will join back in. Now, because I mean, I would have said it should be one, but again, as long as the race is fine, we're going to continue.
Right. Yeah, Clark has validated. Not validated. Clark has DNF'd.
Alright, so lap 3 of this race, and we've got to sort of get ourselves back into it. So Lincoln has kept the lead, is spread out quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
Apologies, we missed the first lap. Fishsticks is holding on to third. Had a Desbro, double Pines.
Oh, we've got a spin of Pines.
All exit turn 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pointing the wrong way as well. Buttons dropped from his third place, and he is towards the back. He might have had a spin somewhere. Immortal has also pitted.
Yeah.
In that time.
We got damage, maybe.
Scotsman is now joined back. Desbro's made his way by
Fishsticks.
He's on the softs though.
Double's gonna
Top 2 have gone.
Double's gonna look now at Fishsticks, maybe. Nah, he's too far back.
Top 2 are completely gone.
Fishsticks
They're
on
nearly 5
Desbro,
seconds
though.
up the road.
Is he gonna go for it? No. The top 2 are gone, aren't they?
Yeah, I think something must have happened to Button there, because obviously it's like a mystery, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a Sherlock Holmes mystery. It's what could possibly have happened? But I hate it when something like that happens as well. Oh, Sources past Lincoln.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
No, that was before we came in.
I swear Lincoln was ahead.
No, yeah. On the grid, yeah, but then when we come back,
Oh, okay. This is why I'm confused.
Lincoln may get DRS, maybe.
So Desboro's leading a bit of a pack of fish sticks, double. Tiff is up to 6th. Millsy's up to 7th. Of course he is. Outside the top 10, he's fine. Yeah. Rogue dropped a bit.
Oh, Rogue cuts the corner there.
Penny. I tell you, the two that kind of impressed me a little bit here, Tribal, is Pierre and Manzi. They're not that too far off of another lead pack at the moment.
Mortal's hitting fastest lap. Rogue on Millsy. Rogue just overtook Millsy. Rogue's gone too deep though. Millsy might have him on with DRS.
Sorry, Double's going for an outside move on fish sticks for 4th place and gets it. Downward drop to Millsy as well, who's been passed by Rogue.
Couldn't get it back.
So, obviously we discovered earlier that Source and Lincoln are in a party, Tribal, but are they at this point, knowing they've got near a 5-second gap, are they going to be working together or
I don't know,
competing against each other? Because they're in a great position right now.
Yeah. Oh, Mandy on Scotsman. Went to the last corner. Ooh.
Scotsman's jumped back in the race, and of course he's got to make some moves now on his softs, or what he has remaining of them.
Manzi's on the back of him though. Manzi's dropping back. Lincoln's still can't get the RS on Source.
Them two are the class of the field. Even Desbro and his softs cannot keep up with them.
Yes, the ball on his back though, Desbro has. Right on his gearbox. Double maybe could make a move here. Using the RS though. Do you think he can do it without the RS?
Oh.
No.
Looks to me like Double E kind of eased off out of that. Was that your impression? Looked like he backed out.
Yeah, he didn't use any ERS either.
Biding his time.
Yeah, he's right.
Dropping fish sticks a little bit.
He's right on the gearbox.
Oh, Rogue! Gonna flag for Rogue. He's gone. Oh, he's gone big deep.
Oh,
What's he done now? He's they hit the inside wall as he turned. He's got no front wing at all.
No.
And the bad luck for Rogue continues. He'll be coming back into the pits. Don't retire, Rogue. You've got plenty of the race left. Only on lap 6.
He may retire. I don't know. Maybe. So it's Double still close to Desbro though.
Surely. He can't step behind him for too long.
In the pits.
Rogue.
He's using the RS
He had
now.
so much of the race left.
No.
This is... He has the pace to get by, right?
Yeah. Millsauce
come on,
a little
Double.
bit faster. He should get him.
Come on, Double. Yeah, he's got him now. Easy.
Yeah.
Firing by. Right, so that's Double into 3rd place.
Yep.
6 seconds behind the top 2.
Lincoln's just broke under the 1 second to Source.
Tiff is coming up behind Fish Sticks as well at the moment. Still got Millsy in 7th. Pierre's doing nicely on his hards. Now got Scotsman though right behind him. Scotsman has dropped old Manzi, but you kind of expect
Scotsman's
that.
right on the back of Pierre, mind. It's getting closer and closer.
Imagine if Scotsman recovers, like, to a decent points finish from where he
Scotsman
is.
should get Pierre, because Pierre's on the hards.
Mm-hmm.
There's no match to the softs, and especially on the hards.
To clear that red ball, nearly drops it in the last corner.
day as well. Like, I'll be a warning. You 2 warnings, baby.
Gonna be a bit of dirty air for Scotsman.
Yeah.
As you can see the big snap.
Yeah, he's getting the dirty air. He can't use those softs to full advantage. Lincoln on no, Lincoln cannot get DRS on source for some reason.
Source managing the gap. By the looks of it, very nicely.
Yeah. Pierre's weaving.
Oh, that's far too much.
Yeah.
Scotsman's having none of it though, lunging for the outside.
Switch back. I should go in the second DRS straight. He should get him near softs versus hards. He should get him by here. If not, there's something wrong.
Always going to have to go bold around the outside. Pierre's almost having none of it.
Contact a bit. Still keeps on track.
Yeah, Scotsman
Buttons
was
now
adamant
under
he is.
Threat from Old Manzi.
Obviously, Button recovering from whatever happened on the first few laps. There's no damage, so I'm guessing it's a spin, possibly.
Yeah.
So they can piece together something. Fishsticks is now caught back up to Desbro, because Desbro's tyres at this point, I think, are dropping off.
Pines with the 3 seconds.
Pines into the pits. Already stopped to get rid of those softs. Again, Double was the quickest of this pack tribal to get into, like, best of the rest and third, and he still cannot catch the top 2.
No. Fishix on Desbro. No, he's gonna wait for the second DRS. And go for it from there.
Oh, let's go. Desbro got a better traction.
He may have.
Jeez, look at the front line speed of the Ferrari.
Ooh.
Oh,
Very close.
you see the overspeed that Ferrari had.
Yeah.
Jesus. Chris is almost saying it. We need a safety car. I mean the top. Oh, as soon as you say that, Desbro. Jesus. Right old tank sapper that was. Yeah, the top 2 don't want a safety car, do they? Because they're just
cruising ahead. Like, oh, Desbro's pit.
Seconds.
And Laham's pit as well. Or Tiff. Just say.
Yeah. Easy soft tyres. What they're going to go to?
Yeah. Mediums. Mediums for Desbro.
Jesus.
Mediums for Tiff as well.
Yep. So they'll be pitting again, surely?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Dawson's made a huge mistake and Lincoln's got the lead.
Yeah. Got on there.
A weird corner to exit the hairpin. They weren't close, were they? So I don't think there was contact there.
No.
Right, so Lincoln takes the lead back.
Yeah.
You're tired, same as me. This is not this race. I mean, I'm generally quite tired myself. Right, so who else do we have? So Millsy's ended up in 5th, so Desbro highest of those that stopped, still ahead of LA16 Ham. So I'm trying to figure out what happened to Source there, Tribal.
No.
I can't. No damage, I don't think.
Maybe the pit pay down, wouldn't he, if you had damage?
Hmm.
Scotsman's
Must have run
pit.
deep in the chicane beforehand.
Scotsman's in the pit.
Yep. I would assume Button would follow. No, Button's continuing.
Yeah. Mediums.
Is spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
Got Button and Manzi close to one another. Got Desbro catching the pair of them, so quietly brewing, I think, this race, Tribal. Still on lap 10, still got a bit to go. And at any point a safety car can be called. We know what this track is like. I'd imagine these two Romeos here, Desbro and Manzi, and imagine Desbro's not... No, imagine Manzi's not going to make this too difficult.
Yeah.
Well, you'd think that as the two leaders pit.
Ooh.
The leaders pit, Lincoln and Source, both pit at the same time. Where they're going to go to? Lincoln.
For Lincoln. And mediums for Source.
There you go. There you go. Manzi
Medium, soft.
does... Manzi does move aside for Desbro. Double pits also.
Yep.
Now double's going to be
Mediums.
very close.
Oh,
Always going to be.
double.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. Did he lose in the pit lane?
Yeah, he did.
And then the game. Oh, double no. I talk about rogues luck, and double was another one. Please stop with the bad luck that he keeps getting.
Yeah.
So, would he bend it in the pit lane or?
Yeah, on the exit, I literally saw his car just spin in the pit lane, on the exit in the tunnel, and he literally just teleported onto the track somehow.
LA16 Ham and Manzi back lane, but Manzi backs out of it. So Ham moves into 8th place.
And doubles all over the shop. He's hitting curbs and going in the air. And Scotsman
Yeah,
is
front
as
wing
well.
damage. Front wing damage, that has really cost Double's
What's that?
race now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Front left end plate. Yeah, he's all over
Desbo's
the
now
place.
all over the back of Pierre.
Yeah, Desbo appears close to nearest battle. Desbo will go wide though. Pierre on 10 lap hards.
Yeah, he's not pitting anytime soon, so
No.
Desbro has to make a move here. Maybe not here specifically, but he's
No,
going
he's
for it.
gonna ERS using.
DRS. Oh.
Nah, there's no way.
No, you knew.
Just need to stay close to him, wait for the DRS. Maybe don't go for the first one, maybe. Because he'll just go back, maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ooh. Right on the brakes there.
He's not listening. He's not listening to you though, is he?
No.
No, wait for the straight.
Oh, Laham
Behind him. Oh, yeah, Tiff has lunged at Button into the hairpin, has made it work.
That's bring old Mandy in, maybe. Blensboro's on 5% DRS though. Oh, as they almost collide there.
Yeah, it's making this very difficult for Desbro. Desbro's not going to be happy, but he's got to make the move. Yeah, still racing him.
Yep. You should get him. Yep.
Crawley. Same as what Scotsman had to do, running outside, and yeah, got it. He had to do that, was losing far too much time.
You got no Lincoln or Millsy.
Ooh, hello. Millsy, yeah, Millsy's not pitting yet. So Lincoln, who still has Source for company.
Yep. Still set as fast lap as well.
Millsy's not going to make this easy, is he?
No. He's going to fight his hardest by year.
Oh, you can see the difference though, especially through turn 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Fish Stick's leading in all this.
Yeah. The top 2 are on 12 lap old mediums.
Oh yeah, look. All this holding up.
Yeah.
And Source is back within a second of Lincoln.
Yep. And it's also get the RS as well. Ooh.
Oh! Lincoln, there was so much room on the inside.
Very sharp.
I mean, there was so much room on the inside. He's like, no, go outside. Got it though.
Now what's Millsy going to do? Maybe he's going to try to fight back? Maybe? I think Source wanted Millsy not to have DRS.
Now Source has to clear Millsy.
Yep.
Like, either this lap or the next one.
Lincoln's caught with the fish sticks so quick, mind.
Yeah.
Especially with those new tyres.
Yes, got Lincoln on fish sticks, Source and Millsy.
Source minus 200.
Source sees the opportunity.
Nah. I've been stupid. Ooh.
Oi! Jesus.
I said I've been stupid going through there, and he almost lost it.
He's got to remain calm.
Yeah.
Although it's difficult because you can see
Lincoln on fish sticks.
Yeah, Rocket's saying, Source, relax. I don't think he can hear you.
No.
See, Lincoln's thinking the same thing. Lincoln can't get by fish sticks.
Lincoln gets fish sticks, especially with fresh, you just pull away. Lincoln gone in too deep, or maybe he went a bit too deep there.
Get a double move.
Yeah, Lincoln now on fish sticks, gonna overtake him. Source now on Millsy.
Both pass the car exactly the same time.
Yep. So the only thing that's keeping Source away from Lincoln at bay is fish sticks.
So Lincoln's got to hope that fish sticks makes this pass as difficult as possible.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Hammer's got by Pierre. Yes, still on those hards, remember, as is old Mandy. They're not going to pit. When are they going to pit, actually? Probably about 20. Toss to the end from there. As Pierre's has got by Ham.
Oh?
Well, it did initially.
It appears hitting the curbs. Source now on fish sticks. It's quite close, very close to him.
Again, same with Millsy. He's got to bide your time.
Yeah.
He's all over
Oh
again.
no, he's gone for it.
I'll bide your time. Lunge up on the inside of the first opportunity. And yeah, done it.
I've really lost the back end there.
You see though, he was within a second when they were coming up behind Millsy. It's now nearly 2.
The Ham, 3 seconds. 1.7 out, Source and Lincoln.
CRS levels.
Just all,
Source has got
all over again.
Source has got 20% more ERS than, well, it's actually almost double. Almost double the ERS.
Oh, double. The pits, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were tired.
Brought out the white flag. That's a shame for doubles. Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
His run of no points continues. That's now 4 in a row he's going to have. Feel this pain. I'm going through it as well, but a long way to go.
Yeah.
What is AI car back out again?
Yeah, just retired the car. So what they're going to do is just park the side
I
of the track.
I got excited. There was like yellow flares through like
Same.
2 and 3. Oh, it's doubles AI car.
So I'm going to turn your attention to something. Pierre is on low fuel mode.
Wait, already?
He's on amber.
Ooh, okay. Underfueled, or maybe only put it like only a tiny
I
bit?
don't know. Whether we just noticed that. And no one else has done that either. It's just Pierre.
The Source has got it back to 1.1 seconds. He's pushing.
Yeah. I don't think he can get DRS here.
Millsy's on the back of Fish Sticks. Do you think Millsy and Fish Sticks are trying for a one-stop?
I mean, yeah. I mean, fair play them. They could. You know, up to lap 18, and then 10 laps of softs. Maybe.
And there'll be fresh softs as well.
Yeah. I mean, Pierre and Old Mandy. Old Mandy on Scotsman just got past Old Mandy. But Old Mandy and Pierre, if you know, it's a bit strange for them to go on hards. I think it's the first race where people have gone hard in Abu Dhabi.
I think one or two.
Yeah.
From like way back in the grid though.
Yeah. Yeah, Millsy now very close to Fish Sticks. And Source is 1.1 to Lincoln.
Yeah, I think the last couple of laps, I think Lincoln's been saving a bit of VRS and Source has been using a bit. It's now
Yeah,
about
but
10% difference
yeah.
between the two.
Ooh! Oh, I thought bloody Source bloody killed it then. I've also already Alpha Tower spin. I was like, oh no.
No.
Oh, Mandy's pit.
Fish Sticks.
Oh, Mandy's pit.
Do you push those longer, or was he thinking,
What's
to get on the
he's on
softs now, I just want
mediums.
some grip?
Mediums he's going on.
Oh, very safe.
I mean, yeah, 11 laps from here. It's pushy. So maybe Pierre might just pit this lap, maybe? Or lap 18. Pierre's still showing the end of fuel. Scott's though.
Oh man,
Yeah, he
comes
do.
out. Oh man, he comes out 11th. So ahead of him, he's got Pines to pit, Pierre to pit.
Scotsman's on a lower ER, so he's only on just touching 20%. Didn't use it though. Can Scotsman get past Pierre? No.
Yeah, Pierre's struggling for base. But didn't Scotsman pass Pierre earlier when he was on softs?
I don't know.
Hitted now mediums, and he's passing him again.
Well, currently,
And Pierre's
Lincoln, Source, Desborough, Tiff, Scotsman, Pines, Button, and Old Mandy have done a 1 stop so far, and Mortal have done 2 stops.
oh, Scotsman
yeah.
outside penultimate corner.
Ooh, very brave.
How'd he made that work?
Very brave.
Good stuff from PF to give him just about
Millsy
enough
now is
room.
on the back of Fish Sticks. Got to go through the hairpin, not the main straight.
Oh,
He made a mistake though.
made an absolute mess of that chicane.
Back end happy as well.
I don't think it's going to be close enough.
No,
Got DRS, but
don't think so. Maybe they'll
I love
just
it.
read him back in.
I love how Chris and Rocket are kind of having like a real in-depth conversation in the Twitch
I
chat at
can't
the
just
moment.
switch that. My phone's updated.
Like there's a whole page of just them two. Just what are they talking about? Oh, their own
Pierre's
championships.
quite
okay.
close to Scotland now. I think they switch positions.
Pierre's coming back at him.
Yeah. I say Fish Sticks, Millsy, and Pierre are going to pit this lap or next lap for soft.
Look at Pierre. Look at the.
Ooh.
Whoa! Oh!
Oh,
Just about.
Yeah.
Jesus, these two. Keeping ourselves entertained. According to Rocket. Are you not? Are you not entertained?
Aren't all more on Manzi?
Are you not entertained by this race? Are you not entertained by the potential of Lincoln winning his first RSF1 race, or Source winning his first race for ages?
Millsy's pitted. He's going on softs.
Softs.
The
Ham goes to the softs as well?
He is.
Yeah.
Scotsman and Pierre all still on their battle. Surprised Pierre was in pit.
These two still at it. Scotsman and Pierre. These two can't get away from each other.
Buttons of Pines. He's gone. The Pines gone in the pits as well.
I presume softs is
no mediums.
No. Okay.
So we're waiting for Fish Sticks and Pierre to pit.
Oh,
Pierre's a let.
Jesus.
Gum. Oh yeah, they're quite hard, aren't they? Jesus. Let the cloud.
Oh, Pierre's coming back at him. Pierre's coming back at him on the braking.
Oh yeah, ran out of road. There was nothing happening. Pierre was not having that. Just ran out of road. Pierre just simply.
They're going to be joined by Millsy soon.
Yeah.
Millsy on his fresh softs, who's absolutely flying. Well, will be flying.
You've caught them in a matter of time.
Yeah, he would do, wouldn't he? It's like Pierre's 2 compound difference at 18 laps at the moment.
Pierre needs to pit, I think. If Pierre pits now, I'd say Pierre's going to pit this lap. Fish Sticks is in now.
I've just had a thought. Do you reckon those currently on... So I'm saying Lincoln, Source and Scotsman, do you reckon they don't need to pit again?
Maybe, I don't know. Pierre's in.
If Fish Sticks has done 18 laps on his mediums...
Because some people's tyre wear is good, some people's tyre wears are bad. Yeah, Fish Sticks gone on softs, Pierre's gone on softs as well. Scotsman
back within a second.
P4. Millsy's under a second on Scotsman.
So Chris pointed out a very decent point. Top 2 started on mediums. And then they went to mediums, so they have to pit again.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
Source has got Lincoln.
And Millsy on Scotsman.
I was on board with Mills. I wasn't even like, what's happened to Lincoln? So Lincoln had like a second lead and he's now second behind Source. So what are you two doing? Every time I go off of you, or don't think you're going to overtake, you overtake each other.
Are they both going to pit now, maybe? I mean, the pit's also on 20 seconds, so they're only going to come out P3. Yeah, Source, they're both in. They're both in.
What's that? No.
What?
No. No, was that that tactical by Lincoln? If this actually works. Yeah, softs for him. Is it? Oh, we're gonna get lag. Of course we are.
Yep.
See? Oh, it didn't work. I thought like he deliberately fell behind Source, so when he pitted, he didn't get held up.
Oh, they both.
I thought.
Well,
anyway.
they both have come out in the same positions.
Millsy's in the net third.
Yeah. Desbo's pitted.
He's 7 seconds behind the top 2, but he's moved into third somehow. I say somehow again.
Pierre on Mortal. Oh, we've had some flying
debris.
Oh,
Pines! Pines on the light. Safety car! Yeah! Well, I know who to blame.
Pierre. No, Pierre, Pines.
Chris. Well, yeah, Pines partially, but Chris. I mean, Chris has been yelling in the Twitch chat for a safety car, and he's got one.
Oh,
so,
but
there we go.
Through.
No. Well, that's ruined him.
I think Mortal's going to be in the safety car.
The person who's going to be loving. You know, the person who's going to be loving this right now. Millsy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, He's sniffing a win. Sniffing back-to-back wins.
Maybe, but then the top
Potentially.
the top. Oh, Sauce.
Oh, Sauce, no.
How can you do that?
On the safety car.
Oh, I'm asking to bring Lincoln
On
in.
the safety car, man. We're going slower.
While we're in the safety car, I'm going quick. I've got a little toilet break.
Alright.
Let me back. I will not forget this time.
Let's go. It's alright. Right, so Sauce's penalty just now, that's going to cost him massively. I wonder if Scotsman's going to pit. Yep. He almost had to, really. He's got trap position, but he's got to go onto softs. So in he goes. That'll bring Fish Sticks to 4th, Tiff up to 5th. And Desbro. What a Fish Sticks, no, not Fish Sticks, Scotsman. Might had a Button. Button, I don't know whether he's trying to take his drive through or pit for fresh tyres. Either way, he can't take his drive through. Does bring Immortal back into some potential points as well. But wow, all of a sudden, again, Millsy's back in the chance of getting back-to-back wins here. Fish Sticks up there as well. Looking for his first win of the season. Of course, Sauce as well. Lincoln looking for his first ever win. And of course, Lincoln and Sauce have been not demanding this race or commanding. They've been comfortable most of this race, and all of a sudden they're going to have to pack right back with them again. For well, it's going to be at least another lap on the safety car because we're all still spread out. Knew it. Knew this race had one little twist. I mean, it's not up to this point. It's been tactical. Been very sort of, yeah, it's been intriguing still. You've had the top two, you know, keep swapping positions. You've had battles here and there. It's not been the most chaotic, I guess. But maybe it will be under this safety car. Best race of the season so far. Well, what is actually the best race of the season so far? I haven't really been paying attention to what's been the best, to be honest. All Mills would be close. Be careful, I mean. Don't hit Lincoln under the safety car. That's another thing. Keep the space. To his penalty, so Tiff is 3 seconds, Sauce has got 3 seconds. Drive through for Button, I'm afraid, unless we get a very, very, very late safety car, I think that's going to be him outside the points. F2 Japan, F2 Belgium. F2 Spa because of the last lap crashes, Rocket. That kind of was on the borderline of ridiculous. Is there anything about that? Best ways to commentate it on. Probably USA actually, this in F4. I'd give a good shout for. France F3 I think was an interesting one, just from my own point of view, but just because of the weather. F5 Abu Dhabi. Oh yeah, actually F5 Abu Dhabi, because that was another good one. Oh, now see, Muddy, that's not fair, because of course you'd say those two are your favourite because you won them. Safety car is in this lap. And so the Sauce has got to basically just go for it, even if he gets more warnings or, you know, corner cut warnings and so on. He's got to be brave at this point if he wants to win this race, or hope that Lincoln or Millsy, or ideally both, gets a pen. I was just saying about Source's penalty, which he just got.
Yeah.
Under that safety car tribal. He's just got to go for it now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He can't hold back.
I mean, safety car's in the slap, maybe? No.
He's got to either push and get over 3 seconds, or got to hope that Lincoln and Millsy get
safety car's in.
Yeah, safety car's in. And Source is going for the restart now. Lap 24. 4 laps to go. Button is in for his drive through, and he's got to drop way back.
Yeah.
So he's got to hope for at least another one. We're back underway. Source has already got a couple of car lengths as they filter through turn 2 and 3, all safely through. And Source is getting on with it.
Yeah. One
got a second already.
Maybe he caught Lincoln out, maybe.
Lincoln warnings, someone's asking. You want to check, please?
Okay.
What penalties? What Lincoln? What warnings Lincoln have?
Okay.
All Pierre's all over the back of Scotsman. They've fought the
Lincoln's
most
got
of this
2
race.
warnings.
All 1 warning away. What about Millsy? Pierre goes for a move on Scotsman. Scotsman not making it easy, but Pierre's got him. Good move
2 for
Pierre.
Millsy as well.
Oh, that's tense. That's all over the back of Tiff, all over the track as well. Manty's got by Scotsman. Pierre with a penalty. The Pierre penalty, that's alliteration. The Source has got 1.2 seconds in that first lap trial, but he's got to keep going. Tribal.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, Source got 1.2 seconds in that first lap. He's got to keep going. But he's halfway there pretty much.
yeah. Yeah, still 1.1 second.
Ooh. You know, I'm also noticing the top 2 have gone again. Not as much, but
Yeah,
these 2.
got 2 seconds to Millsy.
Oh, here goes Tiff. Big move on fish sticks. No, the gap was always going to close. He's spinning in front of the pack as well. Oh,
Very unlucky that
the
is.
gap was never there for me. I know they'll let the stewards obviously just decide on that, but for me,
Yeah.
just an initial reaction, gap was always going to close. Did you see that?
Yeah.
No! Lincoln penalty! Lincoln 3-second time penalty. That all of a sudden brings Millsy back into it, although they've got a 3-second gap over him. But now it's even. Top 2 are even again.
Yep.
Ah.
If Millsy gets him in 3 seconds.
I mean, they keep pulling on him about almost half a second a lap, and it's already over 3 seconds. So I don't think Millsy can. Got a chance though. These 2 start battling because they're now even on penalties. And of course, as you mentioned, Millsy's 1 warning away from having a penalty himself.
Yeah.
Desbro fish sticks. Fish sticks, I think, has got by... Oh, this is Desbro attacking fish sticks, sorry. This is for 4th. Bro, gonna have to look around the outside. Scotsman and Pierre, these two. Oh! And Manzi and Mortal getting. Oh, Pierre's round. No! I think you got clipped by Manzi. Pierre's round. What a shame for Pierre. Good fighting race that was.
Points rasted.
Yeah, Button's in 10th now. Button's still going. Yeah, the gap's up to 4 seconds. They're almost a second a lap.
Yeah.
Pulling away. I think they're safe to Millsy. Lincoln, Jesus, right over that curb at turn 3. I told you not to touch it, and you went right over it. Or maybe that's the trick. If you're going to touch it, just go right over it.
Yeah, you're not going to spin out of them.
Lap 27 of 28. A lap and a half to go. I'm not famous at commentating curses, but I think this is between these two of who's the race win.
Yeah.
So who's it going to be? Source, his first win of the season. And first win in ages.
Yeah.
Or is it going to be Lincoln for his first time ever?
No.
You don't think? You think it's Source?
Do not know.
Oh, Desbro Fishsticks. Still battling for 4th. Fishsticks has got back ahead. Oh no, he's repelled Desbro, sorry. Mortal has Scotsman and Manzi right behind him as well. Alright. Last lap. Source with a 1.8 second lead over Lincoln. I've just thought about this as well. If this stays as this is, Lincoln will take the championship lead. Because he was a point behind Millsy.
Yeah.
And he would then, of course, he'd be 2 points ahead. It'd just be a point behind and it'd be a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
Still got a battle though in this last lap. Oh, there's yellow flags. Immortal round at the hairpin. Drops behind, just ahead of his teammate. And Desbro lunging on Fishsticks. This is battle on the last lap, and he closes the door. Just to get the traction out. I don't think he can. Oh no, but it's going back at him and squeezes up on the inside. Desbro not backing out of it, but Fishsticks gets back ahead into 4th. Still got Millsy just ahead. This is a final step on the podium.
Yeah. Maybe if Lincoln didn't have that penalty, he could have got a podium.
Could have got the win. But RSF1 Source comes out the final corner and takes victory here in Abu Dhabi. Second is Lincoln, so close to his first win, but he'll be happy with second. He takes the championship lead ahead of Millsy, who finishes third.
Laham. Button's 5 seconds.
Fishsticks 4th. Desbro then Old Manzi, Immortal 7th. Ham in 8th, or Tiff in 8th, sorry. Scotsman in 9th. Button leads to 8th. Wow.
Fair play.
GG Button. Drive-through penalty 7 laps ago and he finishes 8th. That is why you don't give up.
Nope.
Right there. There's 4 points, and 4 points may not mean a lot, but those 4 points could either win Aston their overall constructors, their constructors in F4, or could be a spot that he gets in his drivers. So yeah. Very nice. So there we have it.
The game thinking Millsy
RSF1 Source. Yeah, from, what was it, 11th to 3rd?
Yeah.
Again, never count him out. Even if he's out in Q2, you don't count out Millsy at all.
No.
So we have a Source Lincoln Millsy podium. This is going to be a great party to interview. No offense to everyone else in the league, I'm just saying. all three of these are characters. Wasn't the most chaotic, entertaining a race, you can say, but still was intriguing. And we had, you know, tensity between Lincoln and Source. I'm almost surprised. Not trying to sound too surprised, but they were comfortable for pretty much even throughout that race, even after that safety car. Right, can you get the free in for me, please? And we got there, despite the issues as well. It's another positive.
And they have been invited. Forget to include your audio, guys.
Right, nice done.
Lincoln, don't forget to include your audio.
Well done.
They've been here before.
Check.
Been here before, so good. Lincoln.
Right, that might work.
So just waiting on Millsy to join.
No Millsy's here.
Oh, Millsy's here. Sorry. Right. I was writing my table. I was putting my top 3 in the table, so I can compare with results previously. Right, who's doing who, Tribe? I'll let you decide, as you
I'll do.
very graciously stepped in.
I'll do P2 and P3. You can do P1 if you wanna.
Blaming me.
Nice. Wow. Taking most of it as well. Alright, go ahead.
You
I'll just sit here. I did ask, yeah, I did. I'll just sit here, twiddling my thumbs for a while, so... Right. Right, take it away.
Right. Millsy.
Hello.
Don't forget to include your audio. We'll start.
Nice. I've been here plenty of times, pal. It's alright. I got this.
Oh, he's flexing!
The sass. The sass. Jeez.
Oh.
Sorry, that's it. My audio is included, yes.
How do you think the race went? On your perspective.
Just did my usual thing. Did a 1-stop when everyone around me's doing a 2-stop. Kept my nose clean. Didn't spin. Just kept consistent. That's it, really. Nothing special. Didn't do nothing special out there. Just kept my nose clean.
How confident are you going into the next week, which is Singapore, I believe?
It's one of those tracks where it's either a good one or a bad one. That's how it normally goes. But I do like the track.
Good. Any questions, Rubens?
Jeez, you're a man of few words. Jeez.
I just thought you forgot to say something.
You mean?
No, one tribal.
Congratulations, P3.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, again, similar to last week, really. I don't know why, like, I put so much, like, drama into the fact that, oh no, he's out of Q2. What can he do in the race? Oh no. And then, no, as you say, you keep your head down and keep out of trouble, do your own thing, do one less stop than everyone else, and then you're on the podium. And that's with or without safety car, because you're already like in a net third even before that was called, so...
Yeah, the safety car just made it a bit more difficult.
Oh, because it then bunched everybody
Yeah.
up and so on.
But I mean,
The,
go on.
the only thing I was going to mention, I did think initially thought that, well, this could bring you in a potential for back-to-back wins, you know, chance of a win. But these two, Source and Lincoln, they were just
I tell you what,
class apart tonight, weren't they?
fair play to these two because they've sweated this track. They
No,
are
I didn't
rapid.
practice. What are you on about?
I mean,
Oh, did
can
you
you
see
two
the,
do me a favour? Can you just look at your seats and see if there's a puddle there right now? So,
I was going to see, did you see the not the oil puddles, but the sweat puddles jump in the back of their car?
I don't know, I see it spraying past me, let alone see it on the floor. No, but in all honesty, mate, they were rapid. I couldn't touch them. And fair play to them too. They obviously worked hard. So, GG's to them. It was a good race.
Well done in your third place. That's your third podium of the season.
Thank you.
On to B2, Lincoln.
Dripping.
Hello.
Hi.
Was you under too much pressure? Is that why you accrued a 3-second penalty by any chance?
No, I just turned too early. Simple as
Normally how it works.
simple as
Driver
that.
error then.
Yeah.
Sweaty palms.
Do you think you could have got the top step of the podium today?
If Source wasn't there, yeah.
Or if you didn't get a pen.
I mean,
I saw both of you kind of switching back and forth places. Were you two communicating with each other together?
No, would we? Yeah.
I hate Lincoln.
I mean, you're in the party, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep with each other as much as we could. I was begging him to give me the win, but it didn't happen.
So with the switch in place then, was you like team orders?
Not necessarily. We're just
even though
not.
you drive for,
we're just
even though
not-
you drive for different.
Yeah,
Just
we
not trying to crash into
different
each
teams,
other.
like yeah.
If I saw him going for the move, I'd just not fight it.
Oh,
I don't want us to both crash. I'm not an idiot.
What an interesting
Well,
strat.
can be.
Yeah, I can be. But I know some people would don't care and just crash into each other, but I don't want to do that. I like my car.
Congratulations on P2. Any questions, Ruben?
I believe my maths are correct. With obviously Millsy in third and you in second, you go from 1 point behind him to now 2 points ahead of him, championship leader.
I believe that should be.
That is correct.
I don't think
Yeah,
Source has got enough
so
points
target-
to get close.
The target
I've
swings.
jumped up now, shush.
The target swings back onto your head going into Singapore.
Yeah.
Speaking of Singapore, obviously we had our social races, if you call it that, at the start of the season, or pre-season if you like. I don't know whether you got any thoughts. Obviously the
I would say,
the cars have changed a bit since then. So
I'd say if Millsy doesn't crash, the championship lead will change. But I'm hoping I can try and get as much points as I can. I'll try and practice it.
Let's fill those sandbags up then.
I'd hate the track.
wow.
It's disgusting.
Let's not leave stand castles on the track,
It's
please.
literally my worst track, so if I can practice it and get a bit quicker and not hit a wall.
See, thing is, Source, you can't say F3 to Lincoln because if you do, it means you have to go up there as well.
No.
I'm saying, so if you
We'll get
practice
to
the
this,
same
we'll
You
get to
way-
this in a
matched him, you
minute.
beat
We'll
him.
get to
You
this, we'll
practice
get
the
to
same
this
You
in a
way.
matched
minute.
him, you beat him.
We'll get to this in a minute.
Anyway, well done, Lincoln.
Yeah,
You're, well, same as Millsy, third podium of the season.
Yeah.
And you finished every race in the points so far.
Get in.
That in a commentator's curse, I don't know what is.
I've already
Yeah,
passed.
Singapore next week, so yeah, cheers.
Yeah, Singapore next week. Alright, heading to our race winner. RSF1 Source, and I bet that sounds very, very good.
Yes,
Mr. Sauce.
yes, it does. Since I haven't heard or even had a sniff of the podium since my win well, since Abu Dhabi last season, because I think I finished 5th last season in Abu Dhabi. But obviously my first race win was at the Netherlands track. I think McCracken got off a drive-through, which gave me the race win. So, yeah.
Was that then before you, because you were in F5 initially,
Yeah,
and then you got moved to F4?
Yeah, that was. I got my race win in F5, and then I got my. Apart from that, I got my best race finish in Abu Dhabi last season.
So it's been since the Netherlands of last season that you've had a race win.
Yes.
So,
Or a
but
podium.
obviously you made that. Obviously you made that step up from F5 into F4. Always going to take time to settle and so on. And obviously we've transitioned season, the transition games, of course. But as you said, you've had a difficult start to the season. A 10th and a 9th is your results, other than 0 points. So you've leapt straight into a win tonight.
Yep.
And I mean, it seemed to be the Source and Lincoln show, even for our qualifying as well. That qualifying battle between you and Lincoln must have been great to be part of.
Yeah, I mean it was. I knew obviously me and Lincoln practice quite a lot together if we can. Or I know Lincoln practices quite a lot, and I know he's got good pace to be quick at any track if he does practice. I knew that he was in his TT time's a bit quicker than mine, but obviously I knew that he could be quicker than me if he got a perfect lap in. But when I beat his lap in Q3 right at the end, I thought I had him, and then he managed to just gain a bit more time just to clutch the P1 back. So.
Is this your season starting now?
Hopefully.
Considering the results before.
Hopefully, I'm not too sure about next week because I start my new job, so I might not be there depending on what time I finish.
Okay.
Hopefully, I am. If anything, hopefully I could just get back for the race and not worry about qualifying. If it's raining, it's probably going to be another crash for me because I'm terrible in the rain and I don't like Singapore as it is. But if it's dry, I'm expecting at least points.
Well, at least points. Okay then. Yeah. Okay then. Well, good luck for the rest of the season, and well done for your first race win in this season and for a while. So
yeah, and obviously Lincoln. Sorry, you got 3 seconds, but well done on P2 meters and trying to stick with me. I think we had most of that, so we were fighting back and forth.
Would have won by more if that.
Well, Rubens, obviously, I heard you say in the stream that what's happened to Source because Lincoln got past me on the second stint of mediums that we had. Out of the hairpin, I had a massive tank slapper. I accidentally went into neutral, and then when I flipped back, it gave me a tank slapper. So he got past me there. So
I did the exact same thing.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Also, well done to Millsy. 1 stop's very hard to do around here, so congrats on P3, boss.
Cheers, pal.
Well, the thing is between you and Lincoln Source is the fact that I was trying to catch when you two were close to pass maybe whenever you did. Well, no, you know what I mean, within half a second.
Yeah.
And it went from within Lincoln was in the lead by a second, so I was like, I'm not focusing on you two, and then all of a sudden you switch. I was like, well, what's happened? And then kept doing that.
I am out of the the corners after the long straight, the left right. I almost spun.
It was the second, the middle chicane between the two straights. On the 20th lap when me and Lincoln both pit, Lincoln had a little bit of a tank slapper coming out of there, which gave me the ability to get in front of him before the pit stop, which obviously helped me a lot with the staying out in front on the softs, and then the safety car sort of ruined it a little bit. But I got the pen. I turned a bit early, so I got the pen just before the safety car, which was a nightmare. But when the safety car came out, I was a bit happy because Lincoln was a bit close to me, and I knew exactly where I was going. So it was just whether Lincoln could keep with it and not get caught out. And luckily he got caught out a little bit, but not too much. But luckily I managed to stay in front. He got obviously the 3 points and gave me a bit of breathing room.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Well, as I said, Tribal, not the most chaotic of races that I guess. F4's had its fair share, but I guess this week is being chaotic in terms of races at this track. But it's been a nice, calm, not calm completely, but nice, methodical, tense, intriguing race from F4, relatively clean. So, pretty good, and yeah, good stuff, and they will head on to next week.
Yep.
Singapore next week. Tribal, what is your thoughts heading to that? Obviously, you got, well, mine and your race on Wednesday.
So, I am obviously careful of the walls, otherwise you are gonna DNF, I think. Maybe another chaotic week, maybe.
Potentially, it's definitely, it's the longest race that we're going to be having on this calendar, so yeah, prepare for the endurance, the survivability potentially. If it's raining, God forbid if it's raining next Thursday, being for the long haul,
yeah,
if we have to restart again.
Make sure your water bottles are attached. Don't want to do a Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah. But yeah, another great race from F4. The story continues. Lincoln, our new championship, gains back the championship lead once again. How long can he keep it? We shall see. Yeah, Singapore will begin from Sunday with the F1 drivers once again, showing us how it's done, showing us how quick they can be. F2 on the Monday, F5 on the Tuesday, F3 on the Wednesday, and then back to F4 on the Thursday. Next week, fingers crossed, Chris should be back. Whether he co-coms or streams, we're still trying to sort that out, but it'll be me and him regardless. Tribal, as I said, will be moving to F2s on the Monday, so don't worry, you'll be able to hear that Welsh accent.
Yeah.
You're not from Swansea, are
No.
you? From your Welsh accent. Yeah, he moves on to Mondays and F2 with Blazer. So all good stuff for next week. So make sure you join us all for that, all 8 o'clock on those days, as I mentioned. Until then, see you next time. Take care as always. See you Sunday night.
Bye!